Hello everyone, welcome to another custom model segment. Today we're going to be taking a look at a few custom models that were made for me from a user named Ryatron12. So Ryatron12 was doing commissions, and so I basically decided to commission him to make a couple of custom models for me. I have 5 models to show, although 3 of these were actually ones I commissioned him to do, and then 2 of these were ones I bought from him when he was selling stuff on Twitter. So the first custom model is not a train or a truck or a rolling stock or anything. It's this custom signal box that you see right here. So let me just place it on the tracks here and lift up my camera. So yeah, he was selling this custom signal box that he made from like a couple years ago. So yeah, I decided I could maybe use like kind of like an accurate signal box or something. I mean, like signal boxes I could use for different videos could maybe be like the stop and go station, but this is like an actual accurate signal box that a signalman could be on or in or something. So anyways, this building is like made out of cardboard, so you can tell that just by looking from the bottom here, because the bottom part is bare cardboard and stuff. So he's got like this stuff to like kind of make it look like there's clear windows on the side here. There's a door here on the side. There's this little balcony with like a ramp or staircase that goes down to the ground, but it's more like a ramp because he probably couldn't really make it. Would be hard to try to make it like stairs or something. And then here's the roof. And overall, I think the signal box looks pretty nice. So I have a couple of wooden railway figures here, as well as just one Lego figure, to just kind of see how well they work on it. So I'm just going to do a Lego figure first. I'm pretty sure these are kind of more better to use with the signal box, because, you know, with this low roof, it's kind of clear that this signal box may have been built for Lego figures. So here's like this Lego guy or something. Yeah, I'm just gonna scoot him a little more over here. Yep, he stands perfectly well in there. He fits in there. But like a wooden railway figure, like Mr. Percival, he could maybe kind of fit on the side, but definitely, unless he was like leaning down to look at something, but he could not like fit under the roof here. But yeah, so yeah, it's more made for Lego figures, I would just say. Anyways, real quickly, I'm just going to point out that these 3 figures right here, Mr. Percival, the dairy manager, and the flour mill manager, these are like new figures that I recently got in a small lot. It had these figures, Thomas, a white cargo car, and 2 stop signs. So yeah, I now have these 3 figures in my collection now, so I have like 2 Mr. Percival figures, and then one of each of these 2 guys. Just thought I'd point that out. These 2 figures I just had off to the side just to kind of see how well they looked, because they're just a little bit shorter, but like I pretty much been saying, it's really made for Lego, guys. So let me just put all of these off to the side here, and I will just put the signal box back where I had it. And so the first official custom model train that we're going to look at is the only piece of rolling stock that I have here, and this is Victoria, the coach from the Railway series. So Victoria is from a Railway series book called Thomas and Victoria, I believe it's called. She's basically this old coach that Thomas meets in a repair shop, and she tells him a couple of stories and stuff. One of them being about the engine that pulled her, which was Albert. This Albert model was made to me by Hero the Japanese Train. So, I mean, that's kind of maybe one reason why I commissioned yin to make Victoria, so that if I decide to like make an adaptation of the story that Albert and Victoria appeared in, I can have both of them for it. So yeah, I'll just couple Albert up to Victoria. I mean, I know Victoria and Albert had like one more coach with them. Yeah, I mean that I may actually need that coach if I want to do an adaptation, but we'll just see what happens. Really, I'm not too worried about that right now. So here's Victoria. So I bought an old style Annie, I believe. I'm sure it was an Annie. It was like 1999 or something, I think it said on the wheel when I got this. Because like there's no name on the bottom. Let me just check the wheel real quickly. And yes, it does say 1999 on the wheel. So anyways, so this Victoria, like you saw when she was coupled with Albert, she's gonna face forward. I mean, Ryatron was asking when he was making this, do I want Victoria to face forward or backwards? So anyways, Victoria is kind of like colored almost like a narrow gauge coach. She's got blue on the bottom, white on the top, and then she's got all the windows and doors here. And then here's the back part of her. I'm just going to scoot my camera back a bit. And there's the other side. She's got a black roof, and then here's her face. I'm going to try to give you guys a good look at it. So she's got her eyebrows, her eyes, her mouth, and then the nose here, which is interesting. Like, it seems like Ryatron 12 like uses, I'm guessing he's just gonna use clay or something for like noses on rolling stock, like say Victoria or narrow gauge coaches or the UOP boxcar or something. I'm guessing this is clay. Like, I'm not gonna like press on the nose to try to see if it is clay or anything. I'm not gonna do that and ruin the model. But yeah, I'm just guessing he uses clay or stuff to make these noses, which is interesting, cool. And yeah, that's it on Victoria there. So I'm just going to put it right there. The next train, which is an engine, is the red version of Rosie. So Rosie became red, like officially in Journey Beyond Sodor first, but she was really supposed to have been repainted red in season 21, but it was never explained why she was painted red. And you know, the show just made a whole bunch of like, I wouldn't say mistakes, but they just kind of didn't do things in like the right order or something. Like Journey Beyond Sodor was supposed to like happen between seasons 21, season 21, and then the Big World Big Adventures the movie. But they like released it first, so there were like several things wrong and stuff. Like for one, well, yeah, I'm not gonna try to go over everything. But anyways, so back on the subject, Rosie's change to red paint was never explained. Although, from what I was seeing from some posts people were making on Twitter about season 21, there were at least 3 episodes that never were either made or released. One was going to be about Bolchi, who made a one-time return and a one-episode return in season 21. Another was going to be about James, which was actually turned into a season 22 episode, which was called An Engine of Many Colors. But anyways, the third one was going to actually explain why Rosie was repainted red, but it was never made, so that really stings. It would have been interesting to see why Rosie wanted to be repainted red. So anyways, I asked Ryatron to make me a red Rosie, so I just bought a CGI Mattel Rosie and sent it to him, and had it sent to him. So anyways, the lamp here is a shapeways lamp. I'm just going to try to pick up my camera and try to give you some good looks at it. It looks pretty good. I just want to be careful with it because he glued it on there, and I just don't want to be accidentally hit the lamp and stuff and like knock it off, break it off the top of Rosie's head. Because then like I'm not sure how well I'm going to be able to get it to stay back on there. The lamp is just slightly taller than the funnel, but Rosie can go through tunnels and stuff. Or maybe into sheds too or something. Because like I gave a little test with one of my one-way tunnels, and like she can fit through fit underneath a tunnel. So like the front part of the lamp here is like grayish to like resemble the lens. So then Rosie has NWR for Northwestern Railway. The number 37, which is a reference to the fact that she was the 37th character introduced in the television series. She's got white circles around the rims of her wheels. And she's got all these other white, yellow, and like these brass stripes on, gold stripes on her boiler. And yeah, looks pretty good. I mean, all these models look good. So yeah, so I showed the single box, Victoria, and Red Rosie. And by the way, the single box was the only non-train thing, custom model. And I'll just say that like all the custom models that are trains or rolling stock, basically all these characters that I have to show are females, surprisingly. So anyways, this next train was a background character in the Big World Big Adventures movie. It was an engine seen in China, and it is a orange repaint of Edward. So when Thomas is in China looking for Nia, and singing "Sometimes You Make a Friend," he thinks he sees Nia down the line, but it's actually this orange engine that's the same class as Edward. It's just orange, and it's a female, and it's pushing some trucks. So anyways, yeah. So anyways, this was made from a Mattel Edward. I just bought it off eBay and had it sent to Ryan. So anyways, I wanted him to make this because I was kind of like having plans to like include this in some like of the truck movies. Like I may have been planning to do it for the third truck movie, but that was before but he was still working on it during the time I finished it up, and like also some things have been changed, so like the third truck movie ended up being shorter than I kind of planned on it. But anyways, I was just like wanting to have like this character, this custom model, be like used in like some train heaven scenes. However, I'm thinking of doing something different with it now. Yeah, I may have an idea of what I want to do with it, but I'm still going to take a little bit of time to like decide if it's going to happen or not. But anyway, so this model does have a face now. It's the same Edward face, just with some modifications done to it. So as you can see here, he gave like black lines around the top of the eyes to like resemble the eyelashes. Then he even went as far as to paint pink or reddish lines around the mouth to make like lips or something. So that was interesting. I was honestly not expecting that, but it's a good addition to detail or whatever. So anyways, the engine has a maroon running board and wheels. So he had to do that, and I guess he added a clear nail polish to the wheels to make sure they wouldn't chip. I'm sure he did, maybe. I mean, I haven't like run this along the tracks. I've hardly run this along the tracks since I got it, but I'm not gonna like just grind it, hold it down and grind it on the tracks to see if the paint will chip off. I am not gonna do that. But I'm pretty sure he may have put a clear nail polish on them, because you know the wheels look shiny or glossy, whatever, compared to like Rosie or Victoria's wheels. Anyway, so yeah. So here's the tender on one side. No number or anything shown. So yeah, the engine didn't have a number. He just put a bit of black over Edward's tender on the bottom there. And then here's the engine. There are the windows. 5 red stripes on the boiler. And there's the bottom of that. And in terms of a name, I'm going to probably give this engine. I was thinking about this kind of earlier on when I was getting these ideas about her. But I'm thinking like this was kind of like a name for if she was in train heaven. I'm guessing the name I'm maybe going to give this engine is going to be Magma. As in like the different name for like lava or whatever. So Magma. M-A-G-M-A. Well, that could possibly change. Although I'm kind of hoping not. Magma was kind of more, was kind of being chosen for like if she was in train heaven. But, well, I'll still try to stick with that name. We'll just see. But yeah, that's the orange Chinese engine that looks like Edward. That was just a background character in Big World Big Adventures, the movie. So we have one more custom model to show, and this was one I purchased from Ryan. I didn't commission him to do it. So the Paxton box I bought from Ryan, these 3 models right here I commissioned him to do. And so the last model is a modified version of Ashima. So I have the original Ashima model right here to show, to kind of compare it to. I kind of wish I had like the fully painted wood version of Ashima to kind of show off that too. I mean, it's possible I may still try to get it, although now that I have this model, I'm not sure what the chances are of me getting that wood Ashima. Although I may still try to get it to just still do a comparison or something. But anyways, let me just try to compare this. So, this Ashima just has black wheels. This Ashima has white circles around the rims, and like the middle of the wheels are painted blue. Ryatron added these extra small wheels up above them, which I believe are just like little Lego pieces, like Lego button pieces or flat button pieces or something. Yeah, he just did the same color and paint on them. The Ashima smoke box doesn't have details, and her lamp is just plain black, and her boiler is black. Her dome's black. These parts of the boiler are pink. So anyways, on here, my shadow might be getting in the way a bit, so I'm trying to hold the camera in a good enough position. On here, the boiler is blue. The dome is painted. Yeah, and then the smoke box has decorations on it, and the lamp is painted pink, and there's this green rim around the top of the funnel. Yeah, my shadow is kind of getting in the way a bit. But yeah, I think you can see it all good, I guess. No like modifications or details added to the back. And then the running board is blue as well, unlike this running board, which is pink. And that's really all the modifications that are on this Ashima model. So I haven't like introduced Ashima into Medieval Misadventures yet. But when I do, I'll probably use this model because it's more detailed and stuff. So I'll likely use that model. So yeah, we'll just see what happens. So anyways, that's been my custom model segment on these, on 5 custom models I either commissioned Ryatron 12 to do, or I bought from him on Twitter. So the commission ones were, once again, were the orange Chinese Edward engine, red Rosie, and Victoria. And then the ones I purchased were this custom detailed modified Ashima and this single box. So thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you later.